in 2002, when the US and our allies started gravitating towards not just coercion, but torture as a practice, interrogational torture as a policy. There was a lot of debate within the highest levels of government about the efficacy of that, as well as legality and morality of that. And in my challenge of those practices within the Pentagon and elsewhere, what I found at the time is that I did not have science to effectively bolster my claims that torture would be not just illegal and immoral, but ineffective or counterproductive. And I made those claims based on my own experience, not with torture, but certainly with what building rapport and what we called relationship-based techniques would yield. And my instincts, having been a criminal investigator and counterintelligence professional, and someone who had worked counterterrorism cases since the 90s. And what happened within the United States was a revelation much before it was publicly disclosed that torture and coercive practices, this family of interrogational abuses, was yielding garbage. Okay, it was not just ineffective, it was counterproductive. We were dedicating resources to chase ghosts, things that were not there, that were fabricated. Decisions were being made based on bad information at the highest policy levels. And a few people who worked for me on my behavioral science consulting team at the time, one was named Robert Fine and another Brian Voskule, and they were commissioned while President George W. Bush was still the president to look at this under the auspices of the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. This was looked at as a national security issue, that we were not allowing decision makers to be informed about the policy decisions they were making because of the derivative product of this family of interrogational abuses. And they wrote a report called Inducing Information, which showed that within the US, it had been approximately 50 years since there was any kind of government-sponsored research into why someone would actually give us information. And then when President Obama was elected president, he issued Executive Order 13491, which said, we do not torture, we will not torture anymore, but we do need to understand what the best methods are to lawfully obtain information to protect our national security. And the high value detainee interrogation group was formed with a robust research program with well over 100 research projects globally, unclassified, evidence-based, peer-reviewed programs. However, they were not effectively trickling down to the practitioners, nor, from what I saw looking at the research, were the researchers effectively understanding the practice.